Hello, everybody. My name's Father Carl Chudy. Back again. I missed last week. I'm very sorry, but I'm back again to this week with a little thought on my part in light of the gospel readings that have been extraordinary for me as we have gone into this period before Lent, where we're looking at the beginning of the ministries of Jesus, and therefore the beginnings and hopes and the wonders and the amazement of what many of us do as disciples of Jesus in so many different ways, mostly in the simple ways, in the extraordinary ways that we hold each other and that we bless each other. In a lot of ways, I like to think of Jesus's ministry as a way of blessing us. And of course, there's all kinds of ways of thinking about blessings, aren't there? I feel blessed by many people, friendships, connections, family, friends, brothers whom I live with, all kinds of ways that I'm blessed in my life. And probably if I was serious enough, it would be difficult to count all the ways that I am blessed. And sometimes I need to get out of my funk by just counting the ways I've been blessed. But at any rate, I wanted to speak a little bit about blessings. I was intrigued by Father Ron Rawheiser, who's a spiritual writer, very popular in Catholic circles and other circles, and I like him a lot. And he talks about blessings too. And I wanted to share a little bit of his thought about that because it's so meaningful to me as well. When he talks about blessings, he talks about looking at the word blessing. And in the Latin word for blessing is benedicere. And benedicere in Latin means to speak well of someone, of him or her. But this is, in a way, blessings are a way of speaking well of somebody. To bless someone through some words, gesture, or ritual is to make someone aware of three things. And this is where I come in. The first thing is, I think a blessing is about reminding the people around us that the goodness of God's original creation, what we all call the original blessing, after making earth and the heavens, God's looked at us and continues to look at us, even though we wonder why many times. And he says, we are good. We are very good. We might be a little screwed up from time to time, but in the eyes of God, we are good. And that's our original blessing. Second thing that I think blessings do or say is that God experiences the same delight and pleasure in us as he experienced with Jesus at his baptism. Remember that passage of Jesus when he was baptized by John in this cloud of unknowing, the cloud, which is an Old Testament symbol of the power of God, the mystery of God, says, "This is my beloved Son in whom I take delight." Now imagine something for a minute, that the delight in this passage that we understand from God, having delight in Jesus, is the same delight that God has in you and in me. And then when we bless each other, we are, in a sense, saying that we delight in the people that we bless. The third thing is that we who are giving the blessing recognize the goodness and take that delight in him or her, that we delight as well. So, when we say bless you or blessings to you, or we bless people in different ways, whether very formal or very informal, whatever it might be, what's interesting to me is that ritual blessings say a lot about our delight that we find and the delight God finds in each other. And in our divided times, I can't think of a better way to assure and encourage each other than to provide each other with blessings in some way. We do so in our Christian worship. We do so in prayer. We do in many, many different ways. And I just wanted to dwell on the beauty and the wonder of blessing. In the Catholic Mass, at the end of Mass, we bless too. The presider blesses the assembly, as so does what happens in Christian worship, in the liturgy in our churches here in Hollister, at First Congregational, and at Mark's Place and other places. We bless, and I would paraphrase that blessing when people are blessed as they're leaving as this: as we leave this celebration, let us feel deeply and take with us the deep truth that we, the world, and our lives are good, very good. There's no need to live in guilt and depression. We are, despite our frailties and our neuroses, very good and delightful to God. Let us therefore take delight in each other and in ourselves. So much of our hunger is a hunger for a blessing sometimes, don't you think? So much of our aching is the ache to be blessed. So much of our sadness comes from the fact that nobody may have ever taken delight and pleasure in us, of course, in a non-exploitative way. So, in light of that, bless you all.